I get up earlier than Tom and Josie. I don't sleep well in the summer. The light wakes me up too early. I make coffee and breakfast for both of us, and Tom will get up later. We've been on the force together for a long time now, but we only got together recently, a couple months ago. But she's amazing, and amazing with Tom. Of course, strictly speaking, we shouldn't really be seeing each other, same unit and all. Started off as friends, and then something more, and then staying overnights. And it's difficult sometimes because, of course, Tom thinks she's trying to replace his mum, but that's not it. It's just, well, when something's right, I don't see any point in denying it.
Starts out the same as any other day. I wake up in my own bed, alone. Daylight comes in from behind my shitty curtains and wakes me up way too early. Get my phone out, Pornhub, get out the way. Job done. Shit, shower, shave, links, breakfast, school. I get on the bus, catch up on what's happened overnight. Jake's broken up with Megan again. You can tell, because she always posts a really hot picture of herself on Instagram with some fake pout and some caption about how all men are shit. Anyway, in 2 weeks we'll see the "we're back together" selfie of those two kissing or whatever. Not that I care. She's just pretty hot. Move to Twitter. First thing I see, some dickhead is ripping on Mike. It's mad. Mike's been saying about this whole thing with the NHS is fucking awful, which it is. And this prick's got the nerve to say, people like you don't deserve to have it for free. I think about writing something back, but Mike doesn't like me getting involved in his shit, so.
Me and Josie talk in the car on the way to work. And there's only one thing we can ever really seem to talk about at the moment. Mum's in hospital. She got cancer, stage 4. And her care's costing a fortune. Not got long left, they say. We'll need to make her comfortable. Yeah, of course. I'll do anything. We'll do anything. Used to be free, dear, she keeps telling me, as if I don't know. Shameful. Yeah, I know, Mum. I know.
I get off the bus and everyone's milling around the gates. Mike's waiting for me with a couple of ciggies, so he gives me one. We don't say anything to each other. It's way too early for that. Something's definitely up with him, though, and it is probably the Twitter thing, but to be honest, you never really know with Mike. Something mad's going down, man. What? Check Twitter. Twitter is blowing up. NHS gone. Fuck the government. Britain's fucked. When did we wake up in America? How did this happen in 10 minutes? Shit. What's going to happen to Nan? It takes me a moment to realize, but no one's going through the gates. Like, everyone's standing around. There's a weird energy, man. Like everyone's waiting for one of us to do something. Mike turns to me and he says, "When it goes down, man, you got to come with me. Promise me." I look up at him and he's got this look in his eyes. I ain't never seen that look. Promise me.
We pull up and park just around the corner from the station. We have to kind of awkwardly go in separately like it's some sordid affair or something. And it feels a bit weird, but we have to do it this way until we figure out what to do. I mean, because we want to be together properly. It's just one of us will probably have to get a transfer to another unit, and things like that take time. Anyway, Josie goes in first. Bye, baby, she says to me. And it's the first time she's called me that. And I'm not sure if I like it or not. She kisses me goodbye, and I wait a bit in the car. I put the radio on, LBC. And of course, all they're talking about is the NHS. Today's the day it's final. Finally private. I give up when I hear Jeremy Hunt's stupid voice come on. I switch him off. I get out the car and I go into work.
We get to Mike's estate and it's exactly the same. Everyone's just standing around in groups talking, but there's... Mike's brother's there with a couple of his mates, Matt. He comes over to us. He's got this look in his eyes, man. There's something burning there. Like there's hatred. There's real hatred there. He's been waiting for a day like today. You coming with us then? Matt's staring at me. Of course he is, says Mike. Matt looks me up and down. All right, cool. We go to his flat. He gives us hoodies and scarves to cover our faces. And I'm beginning to wonder if this is a good idea, but to be honest, it's way too late to back out now. Matt gets a baseball bat out from behind the sofa, and I can't help myself. What's that for, mate? Self-defense. Of course it is. Yeah. Mike shoots me a look. Thought you were serious, mate. Don't you want to help your nan? Fuck off, mate. Of course I do. Of course.
I see Steve at the signing desk. He's my superior officer, and we get on well, but it's not like we're best mates. All right, mate. Sleep well? He says to me. Yeah, I did. Yeah, you? Yeah, not too bad. And he signs in, and whatever he might have been implying has been forgotten. Just his thrilling morning conversation there. I go to my desk. I've got a lot of paperwork to catch up on, and I'm not on duty till this afternoon. I log in, and I get to work. It gets about midday, and I've just finished up, and I'm about to go for lunch, but just then we're all called into the briefing room. And I see everyone's running there, so something big must be happening, because no one runs in the office. There's reports of rioting coming in. Like a few years back, only bigger, much bigger, worse, more people, out of control. We're going to need full protective gear and a coordinated plan to control the crowds. Move in groups, don't get separated. Gear up and go.
We walk away from the estate and we go down the back alleys. Matt says everyone's meeting on the high street. We don't bump into anyone on the way, and to be honest, I'm glad because I feel like an imposter. You know, there's a part of me that's telling me to just run, to just go home and forget about all this, but there is a stronger part that's telling me to stay. We take the last right onto the high street, and everyone is there. All the shops are closed, but people are just breaking in. Everything's fair game. Fuck this, I need a new laptop. Mike runs off. I look around the high street, and I hope that Dad doesn't get called in.
Boots, Kevlar, shield, bat and visor. It's pretty heavy duty. I look over at Josie, and she's only just done her riot training, but she looks like she's keeping it together. You okay? Yeah, yeah. We go outside to the vans. It's like we're going to war or something. You know, units of us in the same gear, markings on our helmets like stormtroopers. But there's something comforting about it. The weight of what you're wearing grounds you and you feel invincible. Like nothing could ever move you. Nothing would even try.
By the afternoon, the high street's a mess. All the good shit's been taken, so now people are just stealing stuff to throw. I hear a crash behind me, and suddenly the Debenhams is just on fire. Something hot flies over my head, and then there's a bang, and then flames just jump out from a bus. See, I've got to get out of here. I've got to go now. I've got to go. Someone grabs my arm. It's Mike. Come on, man. We just run. We run down the street and it's burning. There's bits of brick and metal and bottles and sticks and bits of things everywhere.
It's pretty silent in the van. No one's really making conversation. And Josie's next to me. She's looking at the floor. So, I give her a cheeky nudge. Hey, cheer up, you got this. Yeah, I know. Just What about Tom? Oh, he'll be alright. Yeah. He's probably still in school. He's probably got maths or something. He hates maths. Yeah, he'll be alright. The van screeches to a halt. The doors open. It's a fucking mess. No one's in the side street where we are, but we can hear them. And I catch a glimpse of people at the end of the street, and they're running towards something, and to my right I can see heavy smoke coming out of the building. The adrenaline starts to kick in, and I find that I'm breathing harder. We form up into our lines, and we start to move forward. The gear starts to feel heavy now, and not in a good way. One step in front of the other. Move in formation. Don't get separated.
We run down the street like wild things. It's weird, but I'm kind of living off this energy right now. Like, this day matters, you know, and there's power in the street. Something is finally happening. We're close to the action now. Police officers in their uniform bearing down on us. Mike puts something in my hand and says, "Throw it." And I look down and it's a brick. I mean, there's nothing special about it. It's not like I've never seen a brick before, but I don't know, it's strange. It feels strange in my hand. Fucking throw it, Tom. This time it's a command. I look at the line of officers advancing towards us, and I aim at one in the middle.
The plan is that one group approaches from the front and the other from the rear. It's a containment tactic, kettling. We move in our lines. You have to keep calm in these situations, otherwise it just gets worse. We get to the end of the street. The crowd are to our right, already picking a fight with the other line of officers. So we turn right and reform, keeping the line.
It flies to the air, but not really where it threw it. Kind of off-center to the left. And it hits one of them in the head. I can hear the impact. They go down and the group reforms to fill the line. Mike grabs me and goes, "Nice one, man, nice one!" And I notice that I'm smiling, but it's more out of relief than for what's just happened, because I can't think. My brain is moving at 1,000,000 miles a minute. I'm like, everything I do feels like a reaction. I turn around and there's another line of officers coming from behind, so I grab Mike. Fuck, they're trying to kettle us! I pick something else up off the floor, just in case. And we start trying to make our way through the crowd the other way, because I am not getting stuck here.
Walk forward! Walk forward! Walk forward! Battens above your heads! Shields in front! Forward! 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 There's so much shit on the ground, it's hard not to trip over. Things start raining on us. It's pretty fucking terrifying. It starts out with like bottles and bits of flimsy plastic, and then it gets worse. Bricks and wood. And then it happens. On the next charge forward! I come a little bit too far. I come out of the line. I get separated. Only for a moment, but that's enough. And I move back as soon as I realise, but as I'm walking backwards, I see this guy in a blue hood, and he throws something, and I see it fly through the air. And it hits her. It hits Josie. She falls to the ground. I run to her. A sea of fluorescent green descends on us, and before I can even say anything to her, the paramedics have taken her away. And I turn back, and I can still see him. Yeah, he's got his back to me now, but it's definitely him. He's got the hood. I remember the hood. And then something in me snaps. And I run forward, past the line, past the crowd. I'm getting closer, I can almost reach him. I'm getting closer, and I elbow someone to my right, and I push someone else out the way on my left. I reach him, I bring my baton up over my head, and I bring it down as hard as I can! And I hear a crack. And the hood falls to the floor. And then I hit him again, and again, and again, and again. Blood coursing through me. I can't breathe. I can't think. I'm pushed off him. I'm pushed away. I fall back. A flurry of blows hit me from above. Someone grabs me from behind and pulls me up and away. They're in uniform. What the fuck do you think you're playing at? What the fuck do you think you're doing, David? Get up! Get the fuck up! And it's Steve. We don't have time for shit like that, David. Get back in the line. Get back in the fucking line. We'll talk later. And the fires rage on. And my body is aching. And I look down and there's blood on my uniform. Smoke fills the skies. I try to find Josie and the paramedics, but they're gone. They're just gone. And I'm starting to shake. Home. I'm home now. Josie's in hospital. She's unconscious but alive. And I'm home. And I'm exhausted. I'm shaken, disgusted, disgusting. I smell of blood and sweat and smoke. And I open the door and the flat's empty. And it kind of takes me a while to realise that Tom's not here. Fuck, where the fuck is Tom? Where the fuck? Tom, it's Dad, listen, can you call me when you get this, okay? I just need to know you're safe.